is actually December 1st when I'm sitting down to film this, and I want to reset the month, plan the month with you guys, so let's jump right in. As always, I will be using my modAmbition planner, but you guys are welcome to use any planner that you like, paper, digital, whatever you like. You can use some of the same prompts and we can plan the month together as we go so we can reset for December. So before I move into planning any other next segment, I always look back at the last segment to see if there's any lessons that I can learn and any things I want to take with me for the following month. So let's take a moment to look at November and see what we want to take with us into December. So you can pull out your monthly planning, your monthly goals for November, and let's just take a look at how we did together. So I'm turning to my November plan. So not only am I going to pull out my monthly goals, I'm going to pull out the SMART goals on my 12-week year scorecard that I had to go with these goals to see how I did. Okay, so the first one, body wellness. So under my goal of body wellness for November, so cardio 3 times a week at level 4 or higher, no junk food, and Pilates 2 to 3 times a week. I'm going to put a big fail on this because I'm going to be honest with you guys. As much as I did what I could to stay disciplined, I did get really sick in November. It just threw me off, as well as other people in my home were sick as well. But the weeks that I was feeling well, I will say I did stick to my cardio. I stuck to the no junk food, but the Pilates I did not stick to when I was sick. If I'm going by the philosophy of no excuses, I did not pass my goal for body wellness and definitely want to move it into December so that I can hold myself accountable and actually learn from those lessons. Mainly was the sleep. So when I got sick, I didn't sleep as well. It's just really taking care of myself and being flexible. My second goal was to savor the moment. That's towards my family goals that I had for the year. I had the goal of taking photos for our Christmas card and creating the order, which I did. I will show you guys at the end our Christmas card, which I think came out so cute. Also taking lots of family photos, which I did because I do like a yearly photo book. So I did do that. And mindfulness during family time. I was really intentional about being mindful, but I will say as far as my goals to savor the moments for November, I did meet. This next goal, I'm actually very proud of myself. I worked very, very hard. It was my Black Friday Cyber Monday campaign for the modAmbition planner. I wanted to finish the email flows for that, finish the ads, and finish the landing pages. I did all the things that I wanted to do for this campaign. I'm really happy for pushing myself and getting all those things done because it definitely wasn't easy. So let me know, what were some of your main goals? I have a few more that I didn't track in the 12-week year format, but I did have. I also wanted to call my girlfriends weekly. I wanted to reach 3,000 on YouTube subscribers. I reached that. Show up and to connect more, and then being consistent with my reading, so I met those. How did you do on your goals for November? Let me know in the comments below. On a scale from 1 to 10, what would you give yourself as far as moving closer to your goals overall? Okay, so now that we looked at last month, how we did, before we move into actually planning this month, I like to take a look at my quarterly goals just to make sure I'm on track with my 12-week year and to really use these last weeks in this 12-week year to be really efficient, to moving myself closer to getting more done in 12 weeks than most people do all year. So let's take a look at my 4th quarter goals. My intention this quarter is to finish the year strong and be consistent with my goals. And also I have a mantra for this quarter, which is competing with myself, focusing on myself, and personal care. And then my priorities for this quarter are holiday memories and promoting my planner, since it's definitely a time of year where people are looking for planners. So let's jump into my actual quarterly goals that I have for myself. When it comes to my larger moon goal of prioritizing my joy, which is one of my yearly goals, my quarterly goals are to compete with myself, so not comparing myself, not judging myself, that kind of thing. Realistic goals, increasing cardio, and 3-hour self-care blocks per week. Then when it comes to happy family life, I had a goal of a holiday card, holiday celebrations, the pumpkin patch, my daughter's birthday party, and creating a photo book. Third goal, which goes into increasing profit, is sticking to short form content calendars. My second goal under increasing profit was really trying to learn and become competent at Facebook ads. Had a goal of a Black Friday Cyber Monday campaign, which I just told you guys about, and my 3-hour strategic block per week. So if you use the 12-week year strategies, and if you don't know, I'll link the video at the end of this video. A part of that strategy is each week having a 3-hour breakout block, which is like a self-care block, a time to refuel, refresh, and kind of rejuvenate yourself to be able to continue doing this work that you're doing to meet these goals. And then there's also something called a strategic block, a 3-hour strategic block each week that you give yourself 3 hours just to do some of that thinking work, to get in a flow, to actually sit down and grind on your goals, to get work done without the hustle and bustle of all the tasks that you have to do just in your, day-to-day life. Then I had for my goal of connecting more, check on my girlfriends more, and 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. And then reading more, I want to finish the book Wellness, start What I Know for Sure, which is Oprah's book, and then start the book or finish the book $1 Million Offers. What are you working towards this quarter? Before we move on to planning out December and just arbitrarily picking out goals for December, take a moment to think for yourself, what are those 12-week goals that I set for myself? And then that's going to help you better plan for December. All right, let's move into jumping into planning December, which I just finished planning like a day or two ago. So I'm going to put pictures up on the screen, but I'll also show you here. This is my December month. So the first thing I like to do before moving into planning my month is just to restate my yearly goals. So we went over our quarterly goals, which is those 12 weeks, but what are those larger than life goals, that vision that the book, The 12-Week Years, talks about? And what are those goals that you're working towards so you can have that top of mind? For me, it is prioritizing my joy, a happy family life, increasing profit in my business, connecting more with people that are most important to me, and reading more. What are your larger things that you're working towards? Just take a moment to think about that. Let's move into some of the reflection work that's gonna help us set our intention and our priorities for the month. Take a moment, I'm gonna share with you all what are mine, but write down either in a notebook or in your planner, what were your wins for last month? What are some things that you may be proud of yourself for, or you're just really grateful for? And then also write down what were your challenges from last month, lessons, things that were maybe difficult from you that you're maybe still trying to process and figure out. For me, my wins last month were celebrating my daughter's birthday, which I'll put some pictures up on the screen. Also, my mom visited during that time, so that was definitely a win, just spending some good family time. And I had an increase in sales during Black Friday and Cyber Monday. One of the biggest challenges was my husband who was out of town, and of course, when he was out of town, our car broke down and I got sick, which is one of my challenges as well. And then as a result of being sick, my sleep quality goes down. And so one of the things I know about myself is when I'm not feeling well, especially when I'm not sleeping well, some of my mood symptoms show up more. And one of the things I'm actually proud of myself for is kind of slowing down during those moments, because the moment that I don't feel like I'm getting good quality sleep, I'm just not feeling physically up to par. That affects me emotionally. That being a challenge for me last month leads into many parts of my life. And the main lesson for that is, and something I did, but just a good thing to think about, is really slowing down during those times, giving myself time to recover and giving myself grace. I'm a go, go, go type of person. I want to achieve, I want to accomplish, I want to be the best mom, all these things. And some of that can be really toxic if you're not able to check it when it's time to check. So that's my reflection for this month. And so that led me to set my intention for the month was to enjoy the moment. December for me is about really cherishing memories, slowing down, because I'm gonna be setting all my goals for next year coming up very soon at the end of the month. And I want to be in a good headspace. I don't want to move into setting such large goals for myself and if I'm not in a good headspace, if I'm in a like I'm not enough headspace or a burnt out headspace. I want to do it from a well space. So December is really a time that I slow down more so than I speed up. It's also a time of holidays and creating memories. We got the Elf on the Shelf for my kids, which we started this morning. I'll put up the video and they were just so excited. I'll share that here.
Dad, let's go find that cutie elf now.
Let's go find the cutie elf.
I think he's hiding behind our Christmas tree.
Chris, do you see him?
I don't see him anywhere.
No?
What about you, Chris? Do you see him anywhere? What do you see, Chris?
Right there.
You see him? Oh, don't touch. There he is. He brought the Christmas magic to watch
Hi.
us. Hi, little elf. He doesn't talk. He just watches and sees how he's reacting and tells Santa each night. I love creating those type of memories for my kiddos. I think most of the Christmas magic that we experience as kids comes from our parents. So December for me, it's just about enjoying the moment. That's my intention for this month. What's your intention this month? How do you want the last month of this year to look like? How can you be intentional about setting up that intention for you before you move into it? Which, now that you have your intention in mind, that leads me into how do you want to feel? So, and I have put down mindful, aware, patient, and joyful. How do you want to feel this December? How would you like to, if you close your eyes and think about at the end of this month, you said to yourself, wow, I felt so blank this month. What do you want that to insert that blank to be? So based on that, what's your priority for this month? Think about that as well. We can want to do a million different things to finish out this month, right? However, we can only do so much. So if you had to decide on the top things that are most important to you, most valuable for you for December based on your intention and how you want to feel, what would that be? For me, it is, so I put a personal priority and then I also put work priority. So my personal priority is holiday memories. So Christmas, our vacation, the Elf on the Shelf. We're going to go drive to see the Christmas lights. I'm mailing out our Christmas cards this weekend. And then for work or my career, my priority is promoting my planner, and the main way I'm going to do that is through my ads for the new year and then doing a new year sales promotion. If you want to get in on that promotion, I can actually give it to you guys now. I'll put the discount code up on the screen. So if you're interested in getting the modAmbition planner for $10 off. So those are my two priorities for this month. What are your priorities? Let's talk about some of my monthly goals, which I have already set up the SMART goals for these monthly goals using the 12-week year scorecard. If you want a copy of that scorecard for free, I will link that in the description. So my first monthly goal is all about prioritizing my joy. That larger goal is all about body wellness. So I want to have my 3-hour breakout blocks per week. I want to have my cardio 2 times a week at level 4, so I'm easing my way back up, and Pilates 2 times a week. For my goal of happy family life, I have the goal of mailing my holiday cards, doing the Elf on the Shelf, and my yearly photo book. My third goal is all about increasing my profits. So I want to do my ads for December. As I mentioned to you guys, that New Year's campaign to really give people a chance that maybe couldn't afford the planner beforehand to, if they're starting off a year, they can start the year off right with the planner. I also want to do another photo shoot. I did a photo shoot at the beginning of this year. I did like 3 at a time, but I think it's time to do another one. I'm kind of wanting to refresh things a little bit. I want to do a photo shoot for connecting more, my larger yearly goal, connecting more. I have to text or call my girlfriends once per week. I also want to do my birthday date night. I'm considering going to the Beyonce movie for my birthday, but I heard it's really long and like, I don't know if our babysitter can stay that long. And then for reading more, I want to finish the book Wellness, which I still haven't finished. It is very long though, to be honest. I have been reading it, but I think it's like over 700 pages. So, but I want to do that, and then I want to start a new book. Now, I had those other books written on my quarterly goals, but I've been watching a couple podcasts, and I have seen some other books that I might be interested in switching those out for. We'll see. So those are my monthly goals. Let me know what are some of your monthly goals if you feel comfortable sharing. Take a moment to decide what are your monthly goals right now. What are you hoping for for December to accomplish based on your intention and your priorities and how you want to feel this month. I'm going to link right here the video I did on the 12-week year if you're interested. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you like this video, please hit that like button. Cheers to planning, manifesting, and enjoying your dream life. Namaste.